The peace talks were beginning for yet another year. The world was waiting hopeful as it daily lived in fear. The peace protesters chanted and held up all their signs, while the leaders kept on waving behind the guards in lines. With their well-informed assistants and half a ton of files, they went into the meeting, and everything was smiles. If only they could think of something else to make that wasn't so destructive and such a big mistake. The leaders racked their brains, advisors scratched their heads. Some smoked cigarettes, and some sucked sweets instead. A map of the world was opened in the middle of the table, for missiles to be placed on with their names on little labels. Alas, there were no models inside the special box. The room went deadly silent, except for ticking clocks. Oh, what else could they use to represent their arms across the global map and settle all their qualms? "I've got a bag of candies," said the tiring president. Another leader shared some sweets his mother had just sent. At once they were positioned across the global map. It was hard to see the countries for the coloured sweetie wrap. Now all they had to do was stop the factory lines. What could they make instead? They were running out of time. The leaders racked their brains, advisors scratched their heads. Some smoked cigarettes, and some sucked sweets instead. "Sweets instead!" they shouted. At last they weren't all flops. The leaders faced the cameras, sucking giant lollipops. The factory lines were halted, and they took a holiday, while the bombs were all made safe for a huge firework display. Some factories made more food and extra special sweets for the starving and the poor who deserved a little treat. They changed the tanks to sweet shops, coloured very bright, and painted all the planes for a special tribute flight. Confectionery processions marched through every town, the generals and the soldiers dressed as circus clowns. The biggest rockets ever seen, with crackers very loud, lit the sky that evening as the world was feeling proud. A day all would remember, the very, very best, when everyone was happy, but some dentists did protest. By night the world was tired and quickly fell asleep. At last there could be peace, and life would be so sweet.